Try smiling. I gotta catch myself when when I'm not smiling. I need to catch myself. I'm using this as my mirror. I think I have a cold sore or something. I don't know if you get them on your nose, but it's a bit disturbing. But I'm not going to poke at it or, direct your attention to it. I'm just going to going on. Keep on keeping on. I'm going to Reese's Pieces. I acquired them. My mom was at a store to pick up her prescription. And while she was at the store, she did some shopping. Because when she gets bored, she goes shopping. Oh, here's a manifestation proof. A quarter. I was visualizing a quarter. And here it is. How I found it was I was on my way back to the mailbox, from the mailbox. I went to the mailbox to see what was in it. And after I took out the mail, I started my way back. And on a neighbor's lawn, I saw a shiny spot on the turf. And I walked up to investigate, and I found this quarter that I was visualizing. So this is kind of things you can do to show the fact that when you imagine something, it appears into your reality. What you can do is keep your own journal. You can keep a book next to your bed. A lot of people say write a dream journal or journal. And what you can do right before you go to bed is visualize something. Visualize an object, any object. I think my next visualization, I'd like to visualize maybe another stack of 20s. Another stack of $20 bills.
Sometime.
And then this will be my way of journaling. Because I think what we can do is start out with small things and work our way up to bigger things, like trade up. I think one guy started with a paper clip and he wound up with a house. I think there was a story about that on YouTube or somewhere. There was a whole movie it was a documentary about a guy who just kept trading up. And as he was trading up, he just started getting bigger things. So this would be the proof that visualization can bring something into your reality. Hello, Bill. Welcome. You look like a newer person. You look like, unless you change your logo. People are changing their logos and I don't recognize them. But that's okay. I get this party started. I think that's what I'll do is maybe a 50-cent piece. I hope you're able to do this. Well, cool. We'll have to see that. I think this will be my way of journaling. Every time I visualize something, I can show you what materialized. Maybe I'll visualize a girlfriend. I'll visualize a girlfriend or something like that. And then I'll introduce you to her and say, this is the fruit of my visualization. And also talking, whatever we speak. It seems like the universe is always listening. Whatever you think or speak or believe. Because what's weird is that we get stuck in scenarios. Like if you're a depressed person, if you get depressed a lot, then you're probably just thinking depressing thoughts. And one thing the subconscious mind understands is stop. So when you start to have a depressing thought, or think a depressing thought, or contemplate or assume that something depressing is going to happen, then just say stop. Stop, and then ask your subconscious, what's the opposite of this? Because what the subconscious loves is for you to give it a task. If you give the subconscious mind a task, it will. So if ever you start thinking of lack or desire, if you think of what you desire, keep saying, I already have it. I already have it. Because then you're jumping over that hurdle. And I've been noticing those things, like right before you go to bed, that's the perfect time to do it. You know, just let yourself daydream, let your mind wander, and start to notice what you think of and acknowledge it. You know, like, I want to live in this kind of house. I want this kind of house to have this kind of furniture. And you make quantum leaps by assuming, you know, the law of assumption. I hear that. You know, you just assume that you already have it. And I think I've just been diving into all this stuff. Abraham Hicks, Neville Goddard, who else? Joe Dispenza, I forget, Jake Ducey, I think his name is. There's a lot of people. I think I'm going to do that. This will be my therapy. This will be my, if you'd like to donate, there's a donate link in the description. I think that's what I can do. Maybe I'm called to be a therapist, you know, because they say 95% of our lives are dictated by our subconscious. And what's weird about our subconscious, it freezes trauma. If you have a traumatic experience, your subconscious freezes that scenario and it captures the trauma along with it, all the emotion attached to it. So what you'll do is, as you're going to sleep, all right, hello there. Greetings. Because what I'm learning how to do is my subconscious mind, and it's kind of like, I think that's why they don't want you to talk to yourself. They say a lot of, oh, some people are coming on board. Hi, Mole. Oh, okay, yeah. Somebody else is saying hi to Mole. Mr. Mole or Miss Mole, I don't know. Mole Rat. Mole Rat Gaming. Okay, that's a title. So how is everybody doing? Are you new joiners? People who are new to my stream, my vertical stream? I used to do it horizontal. Now it seems like a lot of people are seeing it now that I've started doing this phone mode. And so the subconscious understands stop. Oh, you're new. Okay. Well, great. Welcome. And I think I was wanting to do a session, and I'm trying to remember how I did it this morning. It was very effective. It was a session where I was speaking to here's how I spoke to my subconscious. I think each person, once they get familiar with their subconscious, they will learn how to communicate more effectively, because the subconscious doesn't judge. It doesn't care either way. It just responds. That's what I've noticed. It's like your subconscious mind just responds to stuff. So if you're feeling sad, it will accommodate you. It will, or if you're feeling gloomy about the future, it will confirm those things. All of your fears, all of your worries, all of your concerns, all your subconscious does is confirm it, you know. They talk about self-fulfilling prophecy, you know. So your self-talk, that's another thing that Neville Goddard talks about, is the self-talk, what you say to yourself. That's right. And it's always listening. That's what's weird, is if you repeat something over and over again, your subconscious just follows your lead. Carl Jung talks about not regularly, no. I think what it was, I scared myself. I was playing Doom back in the 80s or 90s. How you doing, Trigger? Mixter X Trigger. I'm having all my older friends join me. Well, that's pretty cool. So I guess we'll do this a Q&A, because I sometimes lose people when I start to lecture. When I start to go on and on about a subject, people start dropping off. So it's like, if anybody has some questions or just anything they want to share. Oh, wow. Well, you know what? I congratulate you, because a lot of people don't stop at 200 bucks. I kept going until I went to my credit card. So, guten Tag. That's right, guten Tag. Wie geht's? Ich heiße Ed. Willkommen. So somebody said, guten Tag. Is Bill from Germany? Or probably knows German. I know very little. Oh, I went right to 09. Okay. I guess today we finally got a rain break. They do. You know what? You get hypnotized by the bells, the bright lights. All right, thank you. Cool. Another subscriber. All right. Trying to remember that guy's name. Hey, all right. He was an old SNL guy. Trying to remember the guy's name. I got the guy's name in my head, or I have the picture of his face in my head, but I can't. Uh, I know, isn't that cool? We're kind of hanging in there. We're seeing what's going to happen. So whenever I start to think about funding, I need to keep saying, I already have it. I already have it. Because then your vibration is different when you anticipate, or when you say I need. When you say I need something, that implies you don't have it. I haven't heard from Arthur. Awkward Jackal joined us yesterday, just for a brief moment. But Arthur, I'm not sure. We'll have to see how they're doing. Because I'm starting now because of the time zones. You know, I'm trying to stay in with the time zones. Because some people are really staying up late to watch, and I'm trying to make it to where they're not up so late. So anyway, I'm going to keep journaling. I guess each time I do a stream, I'll start showing things that show up in my reality. Because sometimes if you, even idle words, I've noticed idle words, your subconscious and the universe responds to those words. So it doesn't care. It doesn't care if you believe it. It doesn't care if you don't believe it. So keep repeating, I make lots of money. I make lots of money. And the universe hears you say that, or I have it already. If you ever think of anything, just keep saying, I have it already. I already have it. And then it creates you already having it. So I'm going to keep saying that. I already have it. I already have it. I don't need it. I already have it. So there's a lot of people on YouTube now that are doing that kind of stuff. Oh, I hear about those guys. I've watched some channels. Sometimes they have to, crime scenes. People who clean up after a crime has taken place. Sometimes it's suicides. Sometimes it's a homicide or accidental death. Yeah, I don't envy those people. It really, it plays on your psyche. I know. And you know what? That old cliche, somebody's got to do it. Because could you imagine somebody being murdered in somebody's house, and they got to clean it up, and so now they got to find people who are willing to do that, and and also it's like, man, seeing stuff, because there's stuff you can't unsee, and some imagery stays in your head. It's like that, nightmares. After you watch a movie, you get nightmares, or after something happens to you, you get nightmares. So yeah. You know what I think I found one time? Yeah, it takes a special kind of person with nerves of steel, I guess. That's what they do when they get up in the morning and they head to work. They have to use special cleaners. They have to wear hazmat suits. They have to pick up stuff that they really wish they didn't have to. You know what? They make big money. Sometimes they make a lot of money cleaning up one crime scene. And throughout the course of the day, you can probably pick up a lot of. And then make sure your income tax is withheld. So at the end of the year, you don't get a big surprise. That's what I'm always careful of. I used to not withhold income tax, and I wound up owing. It's like, oh my God, that's scary. Yeah, how about that? Make $5,000 in one day, 2 hours of cleaning, 5 grand. It's like you could take the rest of the day off, or wait on your CB, I guess, or your. One thing I like is those. What are those? Those radios, those police. Oh, scanners. That's what they're called, scanners. We used to listen to scanners. I know. There would be a lot of people that just wouldn't be able to do that. Just the creepy factor, how creepy it is. Because you're coming in there after a crime has been committed, or after somebody just unlifed themselves. And you know what? A lot of people would perk up, I'm sure. You say, yeah, I'm a crime scene. I clean up crime scenes. Because a lot of people like those CSI, crime scene investigator shows. It's like everyone seems to watch those shows. And it's like people say, wow, what have you seen? Do I like spiders? I used to when I was a kid. I used to always grab bugs. I used to take bugs and throw them into spider webs and watch the spider go to work. And now I have these visions of being thrown into a spider web or being caught in a spider web. I had one dream when I was just surrounded by spiders. So maybe that's my karma for being a kid. Grabbing a poor helpless little bug. Also ant hills. I remember as a kid I would take a grasshopper and throw it into an ant hill and watch the ants go to work, and which is kind of mean, very mean. It's like I wouldn't want that to be done to me. Oh my God! Oh, there's Spirit Angel. Okay. Well, thank you for joining. Cool. I guess the timing is getting better. Everybody's telling me about their different time zones, so I'm trying to make it to where when people get off school or work, I'm available. I am available. So I guess my bag of tricks, my I don't need to involve musical instruments. We could sit here and talk. I could eat more Reese's Pieces. These are like the movie style boxes. I think it was at Kroger. They had a. Oh, it's 8 p.m. Yeah. Right now, I think it's 4 o'clock. So good. 8 p.m. is kind of a reasonable hour. When I was a kid, I think that's when Happy Days started. With Arthur Fonzarelli, you know. They're playing Happy Days on as reruns now. Oh, in Australia. All right, cool. So it's there's a lot of stereotypes that that are kind of stupid. You know, like the things that they assume when they visit Australia. You know, there's a lot of and also I guess every country has their stereotypes or their but it's like, really, do you think we ride kangaroos? Really? It's not a koala bear, it's a koala, you know. And so it's kind of funny. I was listening to this person from Australia saying, wow, it's amazing the stupid questions I get asked when I it is, it's a very big island. It's a very and it's kind of like it's to the left of New Zealand. I think Australia and New Zealand are two separate islands. And a lot of our celebrities come from Australia. Hugh Jackman, Mel Gibson, Olivia Newton-John, Nicole Kidman. They're all from Australia. We have a lot of Canadian entertainers too. That's an even longer list because Canada is so close to us. So cool. I'm so excited to have some people from Australia. I've seen people from the Philippines watch my videos too. I'm here in the U.S., in Georgia. So they say a lot of things about Americans too. They say we're loud, we're rude, we're fat. So it's like, no matter what country you go into, there's always somebody who messes it up. Oh yeah. So I've noticed that. They always say it's a nice place to visit. Live. So Bill is from Australia, and I know I heard a guy from Turkey yesterday. He was talking about the economy not being good. So I guess the whole world is starting to have problems here and there. I'm glad we're done with COVID for now. You know, hopefully we won't have another lockdown. Lockdowns were pretty crazy. Having everybody stay in their houses. They're not getting vitamin D from the sun, which is makes you unhealthy. And being isolated makes you unhealthy. So that wasn't a... And people get COVID anyway. I got COVID, my brother got COVID, but they survived it. You know, a lot of people didn't survive COVID. I don't want to unhatch that again, or rehatch. It lasted for like 3 years. It didn't happen in 2020 or 2022. Everybody had to wear those stupid masks. They all wound up in the ocean, all those masks. And we still got COVID. So it's like a measles party. You know, people who get the measles, they just have everybody come over and get it over with. Just get your measles. Because our bodies naturally fight off things unless we have an immune deficiency. I know, none of us are all the same. I think that's why how they run schools. They run schools thinking that everybody is the same. If you put everybody in a room in front of a chalkboard or in front of a computer, COVID was like, it ruined a business, really. It really hurt businesses. It really hurt people's moods and attitudes. I think people are feeling freer now. They're being allowed out of their houses. But it's quick. I keep remembering George Orwell, 1984. Everybody refers to Orwell, George Orwell. I think his name was George Orwell. It's very Orwellian. That's what I kept hearing over radio talk shows. This is very Orwellian. And then watching Hunger Games, how they were depicting the bourgeoisie. We appreciate your sacrifice. And it was, everybody was killing each other for the entertainment of the very rich. It's funny how life imitates art and art imitates life. I was just talking about that yesterday, how people write stories and they become movies. Isn't that interesting? Yes, I'm also somebody who's in the hospital. I have heart failure. It's kind of funny. It makes me laugh every time I hear heart failure. Because if you have heart failure, isn't your heart supposed to fail? And it's like, they call it cardiac neuropathy and all this stuff. And it's, I, I have to go to appointments and take a lot of medication just to stay alive. That's really hard to deal with, I think. Because these poor kids sometimes are born into it. You know, they have emphysema, cystic fibrosis. There was a girl named Claire who had cystic fibrosis, and her whole life was spent on oxygen and lots of medications. It's like, I don't feel so bad sometimes watching how many medications other people have to be on. Yeah, We Happy Few? No, I haven't. Yes, heart attacks are happening a lot. It's amazing how our bodies just hold plaque. Yeah, isn't that weird? Silent heart attack. Kevin Smith, he was talking about his heart attack. That's what kind of was, Clerks 3 was talking about that, or kind of was telling the story of when he had his heart attack. He said marijuana, the doctor said marijuana saved him. Hello, you were here yesterday. Cool. We got X Trigger here too, I think. I think he's hung on. We got 3 people now. Oh, Bree, Aubrey Plaza, she had a stroke. It was she called it a mini. They called it a mini stroke. So yeah, our circulatory system is under attack. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. I like that. I like that people are doing that. I'm going to get my friends to subscribe. Because, yeah, as soon as I reach that 1,000 subscribers, I guess I'll be initiated. I'll be able to walk into the inner circle. I'll be one of the true, what do they call them? The true YouTubers. I'll be able to hang the plaque back here so I can gloat, so I can brag. Gloat and brag. Well, this is kind of fun, isn't it? We're all just shooting the breeze. New sub. Cool. So, Spirit Angel. I like that. Spirit Angel. There's another one that says, living life as a fairy. So maybe I'm making contact. I could be making contact right now with the other realms. I've been watching a lot of videos about the other realms. I think there's like 12 dimensions in the universe. I think there's something like that. Yes, yes. We are making contact. We don't need seances. All we have to do is, they say the veil is getting thinner and thinner. The veil between us and the nether world. I've had some experiences that are kind of cool. Sometimes like feeling someone near me. Hello, it's Egg. I remember Egg. So now we got Awkward Jackal, Spirit Angel. I'm going to do some shout outs here. We got Bill, and we got Spirit Angel. I think I already said that. We got, I think, I'm scrolling and scrolling. We had X Trigger here. Well, cool. We got a group, even though it's only showing one. I don't even pay attention to that anymore. I don't think it's very accurate. I've noticed people who are, they view, and then I look at how many views I've got, and I don't think it's accurate. Sometimes I'll see a big discrepancy. It shows 3. Okay. Well, cool. Isn't that weird? Everyone's getting a different reading. We have something on the monitor, Captain. You do? Okay. That's what they are, experiences. I think we're becoming more aware of stuff like that. Like one time, my mother's mother, I guess my grandmother, came through one time, and my Uncle Jack came through one time, and they both passed away. And sometimes if they want to, they can come through. They can come through and just start talking. I usually get visions. I'll get a vision of them and what they're saying to me. I guess a lot of people are doing that now. They're starting to, I guess, tune in. I think this is a very right-brained world because most of the population is right-brained. And left brain, yeah, because a lot of people are right-handed, so they're left brain. So their left brain. Oh, there's Arthur. We were just talking about Arthur. Cool. Isn't that interesting? We spoke. Did we create as we speak? Abracadabra. It means I create as I speak. Or they say, speak of the devil and he arrives. Yeah. You know what? That too. Butterflies and feathers. They say if you start seeing feathers, that angels are around. Or if you start smelling sweet smells like flowers. Oh, Jackal called you. Okay, cool. So we have like a social tree. And I guess I could show off my quarter. I manifested a quarter. I started visualizing a quarter and found one on my neighbor's lawn. So I'm going to have to manifest something else. Start visualizing peace in the Middle East. Let's all visualize peace in the Middle East. Or peace in... I haven't heard much about Ukraine. There's still drone attacks going on there. How about world peace? Could we all use some world peace? You always hear about World War I, World War II, but you never hear about world peace, like World Peace I. Wouldn't that be nice if we had World Peace I? Everyone just started taking care of each other. Everybody, that's right. We can wish. That's what's, I want to do some meditations that get us into the quantum field. I notice that at night is the best time to do that. People do astral projecting, and when you're in the quantum field, you really feel liberated. When you're just existing. There's some, Joe Dispenza has some meditations about that. How you get yourself into the quantum field where physics don't apply. They don't apply until you think. See, like the Copenhagen experiment, that the observer effect. It seems like whenever somebody is observing something, reality is not far behind. A lot of Carl Jung stuff really fascinates me. Oh, cool. You changed your name? I recognize that logo. Yeah, that's how I'm recognizing people, is by their logos. I got all the logos in my head. Logos in my head, logos in my head. Maybe I should play some flute music. Play with some. Or we could keep talking. We'll talk a good game. How's that? Hey, Roger. All my old friends are showing up. All my long-standing friends. Oh my God, Ed's playing a flute. Oh, he forced you to be here? I'm sorry. I hate doing that. When you have to crack under peer pressure, when your peers force you to do things. Somebody said peer pressure, no, tradition is peer pressure from the dead. Sammy's not answering. I remember Sammy. Doesn't he have the monkey? He has a monkey as his logo. So we have Spirit Angel is in the house. We have Scrap in the house. We have Hunter. We have Arthur. See, I acknowledge my friends. Oh, you're the monkey. That's right. Okay, yeah, monkey. No, I'm the monkey. I was born year of the monkey. Okay, that's enough. Let's all tap into our comedic talent. Let's see what we can do to make each other laugh. Oh, you said thank you? Thank you for not playing the flute? I like that humor. Oh, forgot he had to do more work than us. Yeah. Oh, Reese's Pieces. The snack of aliens. E.T. liked Reese's Pieces. No, thank you, no. Spirit angel, earth angel, earth angel. Oh, I got 5 likes. His fault for not cleaning. Oh, that's right, you all work in a movie theater. That's kind of like a dream job, isn't it? My dream job is to work in a movie theater. But then again, you got to watch movies over and over and over again. I like the music. Oh, okay. I told Jim to do it, but he ignored me. Well, cool. If you like the music, maybe I'll play some more. I will pander. I will pander to my audience. After I feel this, eat this. Oh, that's cool. I like this mode because I can actually read the captions here. Because the other one, the other mode would disappear, slowly vanish. And also I can scroll down if I missed anything. Cool. It's like I'm having a gathering. All right. It gets boring, yes. I have lots of DVDs that I don't even watch anymore. I like to rent out my DVDs. Maybe I should put out a flyer. Come to Ed's house and you can rent his DVDs. $5 for each night. Bring them back the next day. I think that's how Quentin Tarantino got started. I think he worked in a video store and he became quite a movie buff. And that's how he learned a lot about cinematography. Kevin Smith. Keep doing it. Keep doing what? Keep talking about how everyone got their start. That sounds like a sick flute. And owe him more, Scrap. Keep calling. It's still sunny out. It's starting to get warm really fast, I've noticed. We went from really cold temperatures to kind of hot outside. I gotta buy me a pair of shorts. It's me again. I'm back. You're skilled at that. Well, thank you. I'm skilled at playing the flute. Or the recorder, sorry. To me, it's a flute. Ah! I'm losing my mojo. I start to get lightheaded. I never forget my fart gun. He called me. Called it. Oh, so I'm indoors today. I'm indoors, but I could look out the window. I like that. Looks like the weather is improving. The last few days, it's been raining and raining. Now we're getting some sunshine. Now I wish I was at Six Flags. Have you watched the Superstore? No, I haven't. I'll have to Google that. I'll have to see, or even call it up on YouTube. Sometimes you could watch shows. I always watch Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric always have a good comedy. They're a good comedy show. I used to watch them every day after work. Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. I apologize. Oh, my apologies. Oh, it's 8:25 in the morning. Okay. Wow. Oh, here in Britain, there's nothing but rain. I know. That kind of works on you, doesn't it? After a while, just seeing rain all the time. You go, oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining some more. I wish it would stop raining. It's all about umbrellas, seeing how fast you can get into the house, seeing how fast you can get into your car. It's nice when you could just, like Shawshank Redemption, look up at the sky as the rain is coming down. Snow, I think, is a lot worse. Yes, it snows a lot. And you were up there in the northern hemisphere, closer to the northern, yeah. Snow sucks. I know, especially when your door freezes, when your car door freezes. I had that happen to me one time. It got so cold here. I went to open up my door and I go, oh my God, I can't open my door. It's frozen. And also slipping. You can slip sometimes. I slipped under a car one time. Not bad. So Try to remember where everyone's from. Spirit Angel. Who is from Australia? Anyway, I think you'll all, it's always cool. I get to talk to my brothers and my mom about, hey, guess who I talked to today? I talked to somebody from Australia. Guess who I talked to today? I talked to somebody from Canada. I talked to somebody from Turkey yesterday. It's like, quit bragging. Oh, yeah? Instead of the race or the car. It's a gentle walk. Either way, we're going to get drenched. That's right. I always like watching Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead was, I think, one of Simon Pegg's first movies. Yeah, Arthur went for a trip to Ireland not long ago to visit some of his family, which was kind of cool. I like hearing about that. A nice, safe family trip. A reunion of a sort. Well, that's cool. I get to say somebody from Britain. I spoke to someone from Britain today. Spell check meant grew. Oh, he grew up in Ireland. Okay. He green up. He green up in Ireland. Nung, 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 nung. Oh. So I guess we're having a happy time. We're all chatting, snacking, hopefully. I can't believe how many Reese's Pieces they fit in here. I've been eating this all day. And then I have a backup box. I like peanut butter cups better. Every country has their own sweets, I've noticed. They have a really nice, they're like pastries here. Pastries, danishes, donuts. Take care. All right, you too. Thanks for joining. I guess we'll send off with a fart noise. That's what I'll do at the end of my shows. At the end of my streams, I'll do some fart noises. It seems relieving just to hear a fart noise. These sound like cartoon fart noises. There we go. Everyone likes a good fart noise. You got hit in the eye by an adult man? Wow, Arthur's got a lot of stories to tell about being thrown through a window and oh yeah, so you're from Australia. All right. That's their phrase, is no worries. I like that. No worries. Okay. Have a good time. Good sir. Wow. I'm getting some respect here. I remember what? I remember that. I know. Those are pretty funny stories. Well, cool. So we're having a... Wow, I got a whopping 6 likes today. I always watch when after the show is over, I sometimes get more likes. So I guess I'll keep it up. I'll have to get some sponsors now so I could do this for a living. I could just sit in front of a camera and bullshit all day. That's what you get for messing with a 6'9" man. I notice when you watch, there's a show called Saturday Night Live, and they always read from cue cards. You can see them. Oh, 27 degrees. Wow. That's below freezing. degrees. Okay, so that's not Celsius. That's Fahrenheit. 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, warm day today. Little shit. Little shit. So here we are, folks. We're talking about dimensions, I guess? Glitches in the Matrix. I like watching Slapped Ham. Have you ever done that on YouTube? Slapped Ham. Hello, this is Callan. I like at the end of his videos, he always goes, poo! He had some choice words. He had some things he wanted to say to you. Got punched in the eye and thrown out of a window. I think your calling should be stunt double. You should be a stunt double. Do it like for action movies. What stunt double is Zoe Bell? Zoe Bell, she's I think she's from New Zealand, and she's done a lot of stunt work. What did you say to me? That plays like a good Western movie. Uh-oh. So, I guess you learned some lessons. Be careful what you say to a 6'9" man. Somebody could pick you up and throw you. Do like a tossing scene. So we've got a crowd here, don't we? I wish I was there to see it. This is helping me with my reading skills, because I struggle with dyslexia, and reading helps me read better, because sometimes I can't read good. That's from Zoolander. Kids who can't read good. Sometimes listening to stories can really be good entertainment. Bad decisions make good stories. So here we go. Every time I reach into my bag of tricks. That's pretty loud, but it's still funny. We've been doing this for 54 minutes. We're having some cheery time. That's what we should all do if we're all drinking age. Get like I can get my favorite beer. The popcorn machine. It's been a while since I've had popcorn. I'm finally here! Sammy! Hello, Sammy! I'm calling you Sammy. Took you long enough? We're all about comedy, aren't we? We're all about having good times. It's good to have you all back again. I've been away for a little while, trying to get my motivation. Sounds like we're having a good-natured ribbing. Is that what they call it? A good-natured ribbing? Or a little ball busting? A ribbing and a ball busting. I've got to go out and take more pictures so I can have more pictures to put up when I do a stream. Wow, 7 likes. I'm getting likes today. I'll have to see what my next... my brain just farted. Brain farts don't stink. They can be inconvenient sometimes. So I guess what we're doing now is unplugging from the matrix. Unplugging from the world that was created for us. Brain fart. That's right. When your brain farts, you just stop thinking. And then you have to start thinking again. You ever stop to think and forget to start again? Sometimes you have to stop and think. And then realize there's nothing to think about. It's all a no-brainer. That was something a lot of people were saying for a while. It's a no-brainer. Forget about it. It's a no-brainer. Everything is a brainer to some degree. I like these logos. One of them is a raccoon. One of them is a dog. One of them is that creature from Ice Age. One of them is a cartoon animal. Then we have a monkey. I'm scrolling down. A lot of cartoon. So Spirit Angel is in Australia. And then we have some people from Britain. I'm getting acquainted. I like to make your acquaintance. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I think I need another haircut. I'm noticing some hairs that aren't doing what I want them to do. But you know what? I guess I got some kind of an Alec Baldwin haircut. People are getting into a lot of trouble lately in the media. Somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do with one of the firearms on a movie set. One person went to jail for manslaughter. But anyways, I try not to watch the media, but sometimes I can't help myself. Why does that happen? You're just out using fireworks, lighting fireworks in an unsafe manner. Oh, that was just his pants. So we're 59 minutes in, and I think it's been fun so far. I'm going to have to start making some more shorts. I've been neglecting my shorts lately. I got to think of some more jokes to tell. Or maybe some more affirmations. Today's affirmation is, I already have it. There's no reason to be afraid. Karma. Karma, my friend. So that one is the slowest mouse in all Mexico. I like these creative logos. I like this feature that I can scroll through. I can scroll through all of these captions. So I guess that guy, Morgan, I think it was Daryl Morgan, our leaks guy, I'd have known he hasn't joined me in a while. Maybe he was taken care of. So now I guess it's things as they were. We can have fun again without having rude and inconsiderate looking logos happening. So I got 7. You know, no more leaks. Sorry. He was a bad boy. He lied about his age. He's 16 years old, I think. I was impressed how quickly you all found out who he was, how old he was. It's like I have my own hacker group. I have a group of highly sophisticated. I really don't know. That is kind of weird. How did that even make it through? Everybody recognized it right away, you know. So anyway, we could go on about our business. Go along our merry way now. We can continue making fart noises. So I guess this is a good time for most people, being that I'm in a different time zone. But people are able to stay for a while. That's why you're good at it. It helps to take classes. Always update your knowledge. Phil Giroux, have you ever listened to him? One of Tom Green's friends. Phil Giroux. He's pretty interesting to listen to. He has a lot of knowledge about technology. A dum-dum. Who was that guy? The Great Gazoo. Have you ever watched the Flintstones? It was the Great Gazoo. His voice was done by Harvey Korman. I was just watching him as he was. The one who can't shoot a gun. I wonder, can you all see these captions? I can see the captions, but I'm pretty sure, I think everybody else can also. Yes, I can. I've been noticing that sometimes I'll watch another person's stream and I'll be able to see. There's a lot of people talking at the same time. It's kind of easy to get lost. It flies off your hand. I guess I'm using the right amount of gel. I had my nose broken. That sucks. I'll have to go to like a rhinoplasty guy or gal. Somebody who's really good at rhinoplasty who can give me a good nose job. Because it's hard when I wear sunglasses or glasses because my nose is crooked now. That's where the knuckle hit and got my nose. Now I look like a cage fighter with my broken nose. And then there's the cauliflower ear. Comes from wrestling. Wow, we're past the hour mark. We're already past the hour mark. trying to think of what I can talk about that's interesting. Four-leaf clovers, since it's March. I found a couple of four-leaf clovers. I guess if you look long enough, you'll find one. I think it's an oddity or an anomaly, or no, an oddity to see one. You can hold a pump action in both hands, or in each hand, like Rooster Cogbird. Fill your hands, you son of a bitch. They tried to remake that movie. Rooster Cogburn with John Wayne. I think he was using a Winchester rifle on horseback. A lot of weapons are altered so that they can be used on horseback. I know that's why the samurai, they have the edges upright or facing upward, because it's so they could ride on horseback. And the Huns used bows and arrows on horseback. See ya, fella. Thank you for joining us, Sammy. Thank you for coming on board the SS La La Land. We're heading off to La La Land. Okay. Well, thank you for sticking with me so long. I think it's time for me to eat something. I guess an hour is long enough. What do you think? I think it is. Long enough for some chatting. Long enough to make some new friends. And check out my description. You're back. Oh, cool. Our friend from Australia, the Spirit Angel. I'm back. I'm also getting hungry. Well, everybody can take their breaks now, I guess. And then I'll be probably seeing you tomorrow. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. Well, maybe come back later. Later when you're all refreshed. I'll be refreshed tomorrow. I'll be able to, I guess I'm going to therapy tomorrow. That'll be for a good show. I could talk about what I learned from my therapist. See what my follow-up. We'll give you an update on my mental health. This is a very mentally unhealthy world, if you think about it. It's hard to maintain your mental health without some help. Even if you live out in the country. I've always wanted to live out in the country. Okay, see ya. Thank you for coming by. I'm excited. And I hope you all had a good time. 100 degrees? Oh, 100%. Okay, 100%. I've got to read a little closer there. So, Spirit Angel is one who's just joined us. And I guess we'll find out more about this person. We already know she's from Australia. Or he. Who is Spirit Animal? What? We have to ask. Mental health. That's right. Mental health. Because it's very mentally unhealthy to be depressed. It's very mentally unhealthy to be scared. To be worried. To be upset. And, or confused. I think another thing is confused. It's hard when you're confused. I'd like to work with some people, you know. I think I could be a pretty helpful therapist. Get some talk therapy. I think talking to somebody is very good therapy. Especially if you know the person. Power is good health. See ya! Well, thank you for joining. You'll have a lovely day. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you may be, they just want to bother. It goes everywhere. It's like a branch of trees, it goes everywhere. Is that a riddle? Riddle me this? That's a good analogy. I like analogies or euphemisms. Mental health, yes. It is very much like a branch. I think I like holistic approaches because we are spiritual beings as well as physical beings. Hello, good day. Banji, that's right. So you guys got rid of Leaks, our Leaks guy, the guy who kept annoying us. Did all your hacker skills. Your hacker skills really helped a lot because he hasn't bothered us lately, which is good. I like that. We good. Well, cool. I'm glad you're both here. And the sun is still up. How about that? At least here it is. How have things been? Have things been okay? This is good therapy. I think that we'll call this a therapy session. Oh, yeah. We'll be ready for him. I think what we'll do is ignore him. We'll just pretend like he's not there. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay. Yeah. I love these emojis. They say a lot more sometimes. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Emojis are pretty entertaining. I'd like people who come up with them. I always get the emoji with the laughing face with the tears coming out. Whenever I joke, people whenever I tell a joke as a short. I think I've been neglecting my shorts. I've got to do more. I've done so many of them, but nobody's watching them. Yeah, there we go. We got, huh? That looks like a surprised face. Surprise! So we have Spirit Angel. We have Manji. Manji, remind me where you're from? We had somebody from, we have Spirit Angels from Australia, and we had some people from Canada. So we can, oh, you're from Canada, okay. Well, cool. Now I get to brag. You can say, you know what, my streams, people are coming from all over the place. So that's cool. We're developing friendships. We're developing into acquaintances. Oh, okay. I've noticed that too. A lot of people are moving around. Like Arthur, he was, I guess he grew up in Ireland. Arthur is one of our guests. He was in Ireland, but he's now in Canada. I've always wanted to tour Canada. I want to go and do one of Tom Green's podcasts. See if I can get on there and sit next to his fire. He has a potbelly stove or something like that, where he does his. He has a mule. He has a mule he rides around on, and a little dog named Charlie. So I watch him sometimes. Watch his podcast. And he had his dad on one time. I think his dad's name is Richard. He was a tank commander. And pretty interesting people to listen to. I think that's what makes a good podcast, is have interesting people. Have people like, I think it was Trigger. Trigger was saying he was a crime scene cleanup guy. You stay safe also, and have a great time. I'll probably have to start earlier so people can stay a while. That'd be kind of cool. We could have a beer together, maybe. I don't know. If you're drinking age. In Germany, you just have to be tall enough to grab the beer off of the bar for drinking age. Or maybe not. I don't want to cause somebody to relapse. That would be upsetting. I'll have to maybe have a snack day. I used to do snacking with Ed. So maybe we can have a good snack time. Bourbon. There we go. The hard stuff. Bourbon. Bourbon. Mine was always like white wine, red wine, Zinfandel. I like the Zinfandel. I like to get slowly drunk. I don't like to get drunk really fast. Just have, because I'm a pretty happy drunk, you know. But I don't know why I'm thinking about drinking so much. I don't know why. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. I'm just a guy who likes to have. There we go. Another emoji. Emoji-san, as they say in Japanese. Ohayo gozaimasu. I remember when I was living in Hawaii, there were a lot of people from, they had Japanese programming. You could actually watch Japanese shows in Hawaii. Here we have a Japanese restaurant called Takai. We always go there for Christmas because they're the only restaurant open during Christmas time. Because we're looking everywhere and nobody's open on Christmas Day. So we go to Takai. And they have pretty good food there. The soup and the rice is really good. Christmas time, which was only a few months ago. I like Halloween too. Halloween's always fun. We always go to my brother's house, and where he lives, they give him candy to hand out, which is pretty cool. And we have a lot of, I have some shorts that are of some of the kids that came up dressed as in their Halloween costumes. There was one person dressed as Wednesday. A girl had thing on her shoulder, and a lot of dinosaurs. It's kind of fun. Alex, Arch, hello. Oh, we got some new joiners. Cool. Any restaurant open on Christmas? I know. If you think about it, there's so many people who want to go out and eat. I remember one time Hometown Buffet was the place where I'd love to go to Hometown Buffet. They were always open at Christmas time. They had ham and turkey and all that, stuffing. And it's like, wow, I get to eat out on Christmas Day. Or even Christmas Eve, you know. I hear in the Netherlands they were saying that Christmas Eve, that's all right. How's your stomach? You said you had a stomach ache. I always wanting to know how people are doing. You know, maybe we could make some miracles happen. We'll have my mom went to urgent care earlier today, and they prescribed her with some antibiotics, so she'll be recovering soon. I always like hearing the recovery stories. It's like, yeah. Oh, still there? Okay. Well, I guess we'll just have to pray harder. Have some, pray for a good diagnosis, you know, because sometimes you got to diagnose properly before you can treat the illness. That sucks when it affects your mood. I've noticed when your body is hurting in some way. Like when I had a toothache, or toothaches really mess with me. I hope I never have another toothache. Toothache or like ache anywhere is just terrible. Yeah. Totally. I haven't heard that in a while. Totally. When I was growing up in the 80s, people would say totally. What does channel about? I don't know. I don't know. What does channel about? What's this channel about? I guess therapy. Somebody said I should be a therapist. I could be somebody to check in with once in a while as a yeah, I can do that. I'm not a licensed therapist. I guess that's my legal disclaimer. I'm not a licensed. No, I meant what? Oh, what is this channel? It's just fun, you know. A lot of jokes and trivia and talking back and forth. Oh, well, cool. Yeah, you might be in for a real treat then. You're a new joiner, so we'll have to say welcome, and good evening, I guess, wherever you are. It's really weird that we're stretching across time zones. Because when I was growing up, we were all in the same time zone. But now that we have the internet, welcome. Yeah. Willkommen. I want to see if I can play music. I'd always like to play some of my favorite songs. Hope your mom gets better soon. She will, yeah. She always bounces back. We'll have to keep an eye on her and keep up her treatments. Thanks, dudes. You know, they're saying that right now is the only thing that exists. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. So we got one new person. We got somebody who was here yesterday. No, actually, Spirit, Angel, and Arch are both. Yeah. Then we can't go wrong. We can't go wrong when we have a lot of people. That's right. Hoo-yah! Semper Fi, as the Marine Corps says, as they say in the Marines. Semper Fidelis, always faithful. And we can all stick together and pray for each other. They say the collective consciousness is very powerful. When we all get together and that's what we could do every once in a while. We could check in on this here stream. If anybody has anything they want prayer for, we can all combine our prayers, like the Care Bears. When I was growing up, there was a cartoon called the Care Bears. The Care Bears stare. That's what we can call ourselves, as the Care Bears, because we care. We can all just come together. Good idea. That's right. We could be our support group. And we can grow larger and larger until we can have like a Woodstock. We can all gather together somewhere, have some bands play. You know about the Care Bears? Yeah. You can care in a caring way. I think they have that on YouTube. If you were to go on YouTube and ask for the Care Bears. We have the Rainbow Bear. They always bored you? You're more of a Transformers person? Transformers and Robo... The GoBots, that's what it was, the GoBots. There were the GoBots, the Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Flintstones. I don't know, there's a lot of new cartoons coming out now. Yeah. So you think the Care Bears, yeah. You never liked cartoons? Oh well. I remember the only time you could see cartoons was on Saturday morning when I was growing up in the 70s. If you saw a cartoon, it was such a treat. It was such a cool thing to have a. So I'm now cartoons are all over the place. They're not using they're not drawing cartoons anymore. They're using computer programs like the Pixar, Disney Pixar, and all that. They're using like computers to make cartoons. It used to be a lot of work went into making cartoons, and uh, and doing the voices. They still do the voices. They have people doing them. Like Bart Simpson is done by a woman, and music. They say that's a soundtrack of our lives. Sometimes when I hear a song, I'm reminded of a time in my life, which is kind of interesting. How you can recall a memory just by hearing a song, or it makes you wonder what it was like during the '50s at Dairy Queen here in Hiram, Georgia. They they play songs from the '50s, and it makes me feel like I'm in the '50s. It's pretty cool. Sugar pie, honey bunch, you know that I love you. Can't help myself. Yeah, and you know what? It's always inspired by something. Like Elton John. His songs are inspired by, or sometimes when people have a breakup or some kind of an event in their life. Like I play a flute once in a while and a harmonica. Let me see if I can dig out my harmonica. There we go. Sometimes to liven things up, I'll play an instrument. I'm more of a self-taught guy, or somebody will play a musical instrument. I noticed that. Yeah, was it Elton John has that sad song "Say So Much"? Oh, cool! I like that. I've always envied people who can play guitar. I tried to learn guitar. I know sometimes people do better having someone help them learn an instrument. I think everybody finds their art. Some people they're good painters. Some people are good writers. Some people just sing. That's their instrument is their voice. Like Ozzy Osbourne. Sting. Not bad. I have my black harmonica made by Ridley's. I used to have a Honor harmonica a long time ago. I wish I would have kept it. Somebody gave it to me, and I can't figure out what happened to it. Yeah, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Yeah, listening to the words. I know. Yeah. Sad songs say so much. When someone else is suffering enough, oh, to write it down. When every single word makes sense, it's easier to have those songs around. I like funny songs myself. Stephen Lynch makes some good, Stephen Lynch, he's a good comedy singer. Bought a gerbil at the petting zoo. If Richard Gere can do it, I can too. He sings a song, Country Love Song. You should look up that song. Country Love Song by Stephen Lynch. It's a very funny song. And, wow, some of you have stayed with me for a while. Comedy, that's right. What was that? Three Balloons is another good song by Stephen Lynch. I got 3 balloons of coke in an uncomfortable place. I'm sweating and I'm nervous and I need a little air. I got three balloons of coke in. Yeah. I gotta remember how that song goes. It's a really good song called 3 Balloons. Oh, okay. Got to take a bathroom break. It's the Mexican hat dance. Yeah, AC/DC. Well, I'm ever upper class, high society. God's gift to ballroom notoriety. I always fill my ballrooms, the event is never small. Social pages say I've got the biggest balls of all. I really like Jailbreak. I think that was one of the older songs. Back when Bon Scott was the lead, the front man. They're an Australian band. Yeah, AC/DC started in Australia. I don't think a lot of people know that. And also Men at Work. Men at Work came from Australia. Who can it be now? Who can it be knocking at my door? Make no sound, tiptoe across the floor. If he hears, he'll knock all day. And here I'll have to stay. Who can it be now? Ba ba da ba ba. I come from a land down under. That came out when I was a kid. Back in the 80s. Dun 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 dun. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. You're very precious to me, all of you who join. I think it's time for me to go now, too. I got to make something for dinner, or think of what I can have for dinner. So yes, it's been fun. Have a great day.